They say it's the shooter, not the weapon. But let's be honest. When a rifle calculates wind speed, humidity, and even the rotation of the earth before allowing you to fire. When a pistol sends 2 heavy rounds downrange with a single trigger pull. When a shoulder-fired platform launches ammunition designed for fighter jets. The rules change. We're no longer talking about traditional firearms. We're talking about engineering experiments, battlefield innovations, and machines that look like they were pulled straight out of a video game. From double-barreled handguns, to precision rifles that feel like cheat codes, to 20mm monsters that redefine recoil. These are some of the most futuristic, powerful, and downright unbelievable firearms ever created. Let's begin. Number 15, AF2011A1. Double the barrels, double the impact. If 1.45 ACP round isn't enough, why not fire 2 at the exact same time? Meet the AF2011A1, a pistol that looks photoshopped, but very much isn't. Built by Arsenal Firearms, this beast is essentially 2 1911 pistols fused into a single frame. Not taped together, not improvised, engineered. It features a single slide, dual barrels, dual hammers, dual mainsprings, and with one pull of the trigger, it sends 2.45 ACP rounds downrange simultaneously. You can configure it with 2 separate triggers, or a permanently joined single trigger for synchronized fire. Is it practical? Not really. Is it absurd? Absolutely. But when 2 230-grain slugs hit a target at the same time, the stopping power becomes something most handguns can only imagine. It's not about efficiency. It's about excess. And that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. Number 14, Kel-Tec KSG. Double tubes, double capacity. If innovation is about solving old problems in new ways, the Kel-Tec KSG is exactly that. At first glance, it looks compact, almost too short for a 12-gauge shotgun. That's because it uses a bullpup configuration, placing the action behind the trigger, allowing it to keep an 18.5-inch barrel while maintaining a remarkably short overall length. But the real magic is underneath. Instead of one tubular magazine, it has 2. Dual magazine tubes run parallel beneath the barrel. The shooter can switch between them using a selector lever. That means one tube loaded with buckshot, the other with slugs, or simply doubled capacity. Depending on configuration, it can hold up to 14 plus 1 rounds of 12 gauge. For a pump shotgun that size, that's impressive. It's compact enough for tight spaces, powerful enough for serious defensive roles, and unique enough to stand out immediately. No electronics, no gimmicks, just clever mechanical design. The KSG proves that sometimes the future isn't about adding computers. It's about rethinking geometry. Number 13, MP155 Ultima. The smart shotgun era. What if your shotgun had Wi-Fi? What if it tracked your performance like a fitness watch, recorded your shots in HD, and displayed data on an onboard screen? Welcome to the MP155 Ultima. At first glance, it doesn't even look real. It looks like a prop from a sci-fi war movie. But this is a fully functional 12-gauge shotgun, fused with a digital brain. Built into the buttstock is a computer module featuring an LCD screen, Wi-Fi connectivity, Bluetooth support, USB-C charging. Yes, you can literally charge your shotgun like a smartphone. Mounted near the barrel is a built-in camera that records your shots in high definition. The onboard system tracks shot count, hit ratio, shooting analytics, even GPS location. It turns a traditional hunting platform into a connected digital device. This isn't just a firearm. It's data-driven shooting. Priced around $1.600. The Ultima sits at the intersection of old-school 12-gauge power and modern tech obsession. Some call it gimmicky. Others call it the future. But one thing is certain, it proves that firearms are no longer just mechanical tools. They're becoming smart systems. Number 12, TRACKINGPOINTM900. The rifle that won't let you miss. Imagine a rifle that refuses to fire until your aim is perfect. That's not science fiction. That's the Tracking Point M900. This isn't just a rifle with a fancy scope. It's a precision-guided firearm system. Using proprietary Tag-Track-X-Act technology, the shooter tags a target on the digital scope. From there, the onboard computer calculates wind speed, humidity, inclination, distance, even the rotation of the Earth. Yes, the rotation of the Earth. The scope functions like a fighter jet's heads-up display. Once the system confirms that your crosshair alignment matches the calculated ballistic solution, only then will it release the shot. You can pull the trigger all you want. The rifle decides when the round goes. It can even track moving targets up to 20 miles per hour. With a claimed hit probability near 90% at extended ranges, the M900 feels less like a rifle and more like a cheat code. The price? Around $16. For that kind of money, you're not just buying a firearm. You're buying computational advantage. It blurs the line between human skill and machine assistance. And it raises a serious question. When the computer does the thinking, who's really pulling the trigger? Number 11, Onzio 20M. When a rifle fires cannon rounds. At some point, calling it a rifle feels dishonest. The Onzio 20mm doesn't shoot typical rifle ammunition. It fires 20mm projectiles, the same category of rounds used in aircraft-mounted cannons. Let that sink in. We're talking about a projectile that can weigh close to a quarter of a pound. We're talking about energy levels that make standard .50 caliber rifles look restrained. This platform was built to launch massive Vulcan-style rounds, ammunition originally designed for military aviation systems. Its effective range stretches beyond 3.000 yards. That's nearly 2 miles of reach. 2 miles. The sheer scale of it changes the psychology of shooting. This isn't about rapid fire. It isn't about maneuverability. It's about raw, overwhelming force. Recoil from this platform is so intense that some configurations are mounted to vehicles. Your shoulder can only negotiate with physics for so long. And yet, despite its size, it's engineered for precision. Massive barrel, serious muzzle brake, heavy-duty construction built to handle extraordinary pressure. This isn't a weapon for subtlety. It's a statement. When you fire something designed for fighter jets from a shoulder platform, you're no longer in normal rifle territory. You're in artillery territory. Number 10, Barrett ELR. Reaching into another zip code. The Barrett name already carries weight. For decades, it has been synonymous with long-range dominance. But the Barrett MRADELR, Extreme Long Range, isn't just another precision rifle. It's an evolution. Chambered in massive calibers like the .416 Barrett, this platform is built for one purpose. Reach farther. Hit harder. Stay precise. It features a massive 36-inch heavy contour barrel, engineered to maximize velocity and consistency at extreme distances. Attached to the front is a colossal muzzle brake, not for aesthetics, but survival. Because when you're launching rounds of this size, recoil isn't a suggestion, it's a force. Despite stretching nearly 5 feet in length and weighing over 20 pounds, the ELR is surprisingly refined. Adjustable stock, push-button controls, modular components. Everything is built to adapt to the shooter, not the other way around. This isn't a battlefield gimmick. It's production-ready precision. Designed for operators and competitive shooters who need to engage targets at distances where wind drift becomes a science and bullet drop becomes an equation. The ELR isn't flashy. It's disciplined power. And in the world of extreme long-range shooting, discipline wins. Number 9, Desert Tech SRSA-2. The compact sniper. After talking about a 5-foot-long precision monster, let's shrink things down. Meet the Desert Tech SRSA-2, widely considered one of the shortest precision sniper platforms ever built. At first glance, it looks compact. Almost too compact to be serious. But don't let the size fool you. Thanks to its bullpup configuration, where the magazine sits behind the trigger, the SRSA-2 maintains a full-length precision barrel while cutting nearly a foot off its overall length compared to traditional sniper rifles. You get long-range performance in a much shorter package. And that's only the beginning. One of its most impressive features is caliber modularity. With nothing more than a torque wrench, You can swap between multiple calibers, from .308 Winchester to .338 Lapua in under a minute. It transforms from one mission profile to another almost instantly. Urban precision, open terrain long range, different ballistic demands. One platform. Despite its compact size, it maintains serious accuracy. The rigid chassis system enhances consistency, while the shorter footprint improves maneuverability in tight environments like vehicles or confined positions. It's the Swiss Army knife of precision rifles. Big performance, minimal footprint, and in modern tactical environments, adaptability is everything. Number 8 TAVR 7. Compact power, full-size performance. When people think of bullpup rifles, they think compact. But the IWI TAVR 7 proves compact doesn't mean compromise. Chambered in 7.62 x 51 mm NATO, this rifle delivers full-powered battle rifle performance in a shorter, more maneuverable platform. Because of its bullpup design, the action sits behind the trigger. That allows the rifle to maintain a full-length barrel and full ballistic performance, while keeping the overall length significantly shorter than traditional rifles. In tight hallways, inside vehicles, urban environments, that shorter footprint matters. But the TAVR 7 isn't just about size. It's built for adaptability. Fully ambidextrous controls allow the shooter to swap the ejection side in the field. The adjustable gas piston system features multiple settings, letting you tune the rifle for standard conditions, harsh environments, or suppressed use. This is not a prototype. This is a production-ready combat rifle. Rugged polymer construction, modern rail systems for optics and accessories, balanced weight distribution. It represents a shift in how battle rifles are designed: shorter, smarter, more modular. The TAVR 7 doesn't try to look futuristic. It just is. Number 7 The Pivot. The rifle that folds in half. Most rifles are built for performance. The Pivot is built for portability. At first glance, it looks like a standard 9mm carbine. Compact, clean, modern. But press one button, and the entire upper assembly pivots 180 degrees. In seconds, the rifle folds down to roughly 20 inches in length, small enough to fit inside a backpack. No tools, no disassembly, no complicated steps. Just press and fold. When deployed, it locks back into a full-length carbine configuration, ready to operate normally. It feeds from standard Glock 19 magazines, which means magazine compatibility is already widespread. If you own a Glock pistol, you already share ammunition and magazines with this rifle. Weighing around 5 pounds, it's light enough to carry all day without fatigue. This isn't a frontline battle rifle. It's a just-in-case platform. For hikers, for travelers, for those who value compact preparedness. The Pivot proves that innovation isn't always about bigger calibers or longer barrels. Sometimes, it's about smart engineering that solves a real-world problem. How do you carry a rifle without looking like you're carrying one? Number 6 State Route 410. The revolving shotgun. Have you ever seen a shotgun that looks like a giant revolver? The State Route 410 doesn't follow modern tactical trends. It doesn't try to look futuristic. Instead, it looks like something a cowboy would carry, if cowboys had access to engineering from the 21st century. Chambered in .410 bore, this 5-shot revolving shotgun uses a rotating cylinder system similar to a massive handgun. That means no traditional detachable magazine, no tube-fed system, just a rotating cylinder locking each shell into place. The result? Mechanical simplicity, reliable cycling, and a completely unique visual profile. But here's where it gets interesting. Some compact versions measure around 24 inches in overall length and weigh just over 4 pounds, small enough to fit inside a standard backpack. That's rare for a shotgun platform. You get the spread pattern of a shotgun, combined with the rugged reliability of a revolver-style mechanism. Is it meant for high-speed tactical engagements? No. But as a survival tool or collector's piece, it stands out immediately. In a market full of black polymer semi-autos, the State Route 410 feels almost rebellious. Old school inspiration, modern execution. Number 5 Maxim 9. Silence, built in. Most suppressed pistols look awkward. You take a normal handgun, thread on a bulky suppressor, and suddenly it's twice as long and front heavy. The Maxim 9 changes that completely. This is the world's first commercially available 9mm pistol with a fully integrated suppressor, designed from the ground up to be quiet. Not attached. Built in. Its rectangular, almost sci-fi profile isn't just aesthetic. The suppressor is part of the slide and frame architecture, creating a balanced system rather than a front-loaded add-on. And it's modular. You can remove baffle sections to shorten the overall length for easier holstering, or keep the full configuration for maximum sound reduction. With most standard 9mm ammunition, it achieves hearing-safe levels without needing specialized subsonic rounds. That means less muzzle blast, reduced recoil impulse, minimal flash signature. It doesn't just look like something out of a cyberpunk video game. It performs like it belongs there. In a world where stealth once required compromise, the Maxim 9 proves you can integrate silence without sacrificing function. It's not just a pistol. It's suppression, redesigned. Number 4, VSSM. The modern ghost rifle. Some rifles are loud on purpose. They announce power. The VSSM does the opposite. It was designed for one thing: silence. But not pistol-level silence. Rifle-level silence. This platform fires a specialized 9x39mm subsonic cartridge, a heavy, slow-moving projectile engineered to remain below the speed of sound. No supersonic crack, no sharp ballistic snap. Just a muted mechanical report. The suppressor isn't an attachment. It's integrated into the entire barrel system. In fact, the barrel is essentially one extended suppression unit. When fired, the loudest sound often isn't a shot. It's the movement of the bolt cycling. Despite being quiet, the 9x39mm round carries serious mass. That weight allows it to maintain energy at moderate distances and penetrate barriers that would stop lighter subsonic rounds. Effective range sits around 300 meters. Not extreme long range, but perfect for controlled, quiet engagements. The VSSM isn't built for spectacle. It's built for missions where noise is failure, where visibility is risk, where staying unseen matters more than overwhelming force. This isn't a rifle that dominates the battlefield. It disappears into it. Number 3, Tombstone. When 1880 meets 2026. Lever-action rifles usually belong in Western movies. Wood stocks, iron sights, dusty saloons. But the Tombstone drags that 19th century mechanism straight into the modern era. At its core, it's still a lever-action rifle. But everything around that system has evolved. Instead of a traditional tube magazine, the Tombstone feeds from detachable box magazines, often chambered in 9mm. That means higher capacity and faster reloads compared to classic lever guns. Now add a free-floated barrel for improved accuracy, M-loke rails for lights and accessories, a modern polymer or tactical stock setup. Suddenly, you're looking at a mechanical mashup. Old-school cycling, modern ergonomics. Because it's lever-operated rather than semi-automatic, it can be legally owned in regions where semi-auto rifles face restrictions. Yet with detachable magazines holding up to 20 rounds, it still delivers serious capability. It feels like something a time traveler would build. Cowboy mechanics, contemporary firepower. The Tombstone doesn't abandon history. It upgrades it. Number 2, Cannon. Pure chaos, zero seriousness. After all that precision, all that suppression, all that long-range dominance, let's launch a soda can. The Cannon replaces the upper receiver of a standard AR-style platform and turns it into something completely different. Instead of firing bullets, it uses blank cartridges to generate high-pressure gas, launching full 12-ounce soda cans over 100 yards into the air. Yes, full cans. Sealed. Exploding on impact like a carbonated meteor. But it doesn't stop there. With different attachments, you can launch tennis balls, grappling hooks, custom 3D printed projectiles. It transforms a serious rifle platform into something that feels like backyard engineering on steroids.
There we go.
There's no tactical application here. No battlefield doctrine. Just physics and fun. At a relatively accessible price point. It proves something interesting. Innovation in firearms isn't always about lethality. Sometimes it's about creativity. Sometimes it's about asking, what happens if we turn this into a launcher? And then actually building it. Number 1. Chris Vector. Recoil redefined. Some guns try to be powerful. Some try to be accurate. The Chris Vector tried to solve something deeper. Recoil itself. At first glance, it doesn't look normal. The angled lower receiver. The aggressive lines. The almost sci-fi silhouette. But the design isn't cosmetic. It's mechanical. Inside the Vector is the patented Super V system, a delayed blowback mechanism that redirects recoil energy downward instead of straight back into the shooter's shoulder. When most firearms fire, the bolt cycles backward, pushing recoil into your body and causing muzzle rise. The Vector does something different. Its internal mass travels downward into a recessed channel. That vertical redirection reduces muzzle climb dramatically. The result? Faster follow-up shots. Better control in rapid fire. A smoother shooting impulse. Chambered in calibers like .45 ACP or 9mm. The Vector delivers heavy-hitting rounds while staying remarkably controllable. That's why it became a favorite in video games, action films, tactical showcases. But beyond the aesthetics, it represents real innovation. It didn't just tweak an existing system. It rethought recoil physics. In a market full of incremental upgrades, the Chris Vector dared to redesign the core experience of firing a weapon. And that's why it earns the top spot. Because the future isn't always about bigger. Sometimes, it's about smarter engineering. Which of these futuristic platforms surprised you the most? Would you choose extreme long-range precision? Compact modular adaptability? Integrated suppression? Or raw, overwhelming power? Let me know your thoughts. And if you enjoy deep dives into cutting-edge engineering and modern weapon evolution, make sure you stick around. Because the future isn't slowing down. It's accelerating.